There's a trend now, or maybe it's always been there, but I'm just noticing it more about people stating that people like you, even people like me, are putting other people at danger because they're making sharks too accustomed to humans. How do you combat that worry?
What people don't understand about sharks is when a shark moves to an area, like say like Tiger Beach, when sharks are there, they are they're comfortable there. But if we were to go a mile down the road and start chumming over there, and these same sharks moved over there, they would be extremely cautious. They would be very careful. They would return to being shy, evasive predators because they are unfamiliar with the territory. They're unfamiliar with the landscape. They're unfamiliar with the sound, whether it's the sound of the boat or just not really sure of what's the area.
So, seeing the shape of a diver isn't going to make a shark change its approach across the board.
Oh, absolutely not. The best example I have is we were in near Grand Bahama, diving in a spot where that was close by where Unexo dives, which they've been diving with these same reef sharks there for 25 plus years. We were about maybe a mile and a half from there, and we started chumming in their sharks. Sharks came in, the same sharks that are on their feed, and now granted, this is 25 plus years of just being around divers, being fed all the time. However, when they came to our spot and we were chumming, we had bait everywhere, they wouldn't come in. They were not comfortable at all. They were just completely skittish. They returned to being sharks, extremely wary of divers, extremely wary of the terrain. They just were not comfortable at all. And so that, for me, that was just like, holy shit. I mean, this is exactly what we're talking about. I mean, this verified everything that I'd been telling people about for years, is that sharks, when they leave a dive spot, people think that automatically they're going to see a diver and going to swim right up to it. It's quite the opposite. They return to being sharks. They return to being very shy, and they return to being careful because they have no idea what's out in the world. They have no idea the dangers. And so, sharks are going to be sharks. And that's exactly what we experienced there, is that, shark is not going to go off and be, begging for divers to give them food. It's wrong. I mean, it's not true. And this is 25 years. These are sharks that have been fed for 25 years, and they proved it to us on this dive.
You just touched on one of the concerns, is that if sharks are going to a place where they think people are giving them food and then there's no food, sharks are going to suddenly decide to eat those people instead.
Yeah, no, it's totally the opposite. I mean, sharks will leave the area and they return to being shy sharks, hiding from people, being very elusive, and they just want nothing to do with divers. They want nothing to do with people because that is in their nature. But that's the myth that, you're gonna get a shark habituated to it. They're gonna be eating and they're gonna want to take off. Then they go to the beach and they're gonna eat them. It's 100% false. There is zero scientific backing behind that. There is zero proof. And all the sharks that I've dove with and spent time with, I mean, it's proved to me that no, that doesn't happen at all.